everyone. Welcome back to Long Live Rock. It's Friday, October the 15th. I haven't checked my new songs yet on Spotify or Tidal, but anyway, I stumbled across this one. Um, it's from a year ago, October of 2020. I do not know how I missed it because I'm a huge fan of the Doobie Brothers, and I'm also a huge fan of Peter Frampton. Hence, we're doing a reaction video on the Doobie Brothers with Peter Frampton doing an old Eric Clapton song, which is one of my favorites, called Let It Rain. Let It Rain was performed live. I'm trying to remember the name of the concerts, but wow, I mean, it was a great live song. And I believe Pete Townsend played with him on that. There was a whole bunch of his friends that got together and did this concert with him because he was kind of in a bad place back in those days. Anyways, Doobie Brothers, of course, have a new album out, and we've started to do reactions on each one of them. Well, me and the cats. We could say we, I guess. Eat your dinner already? I just fed them. She must have not have finished hers. Oh, no, she didn't. And neither did Blackie. Oh, okay. Wow. Canned cat ticky fast fancy food. You guys didn't finish it, and it's your favorite. Wow. Okay. Hey? You know we're on YouTube, right, Goldie? Okay. Just thought I'd let you know that. Anyway, back to the subject at hand. The Doobie Brothers with Peter Frampton did a song. Okay, I already said all that? Yeah, I did. Okay. Time to shut up and play the fucking music. There used to be a saying for that. Play that fucking... Oh, no, that's play that funky. Or play that... Anyway. We have our remote control. I'm going to smoke my coffee, drink my doobie, and we're going to rock, because this is a good version. Let's rock. I have to stop it there because Peter Frampton's done a lot of music and albums lately, but he hasn't been singing. And I love Peter Frampton's voice. I don't know what it is with him without singing lately, but that's a year ago, so at least I know he still got his voice. But yeah, I sure miss him doing rock albums with his voice because Peter Frampton's got a unique voice. And as soon as I hear it, I'm thinking, you know, of course he probably hates it, but of course I think Frampton Comes Alive because that's really the big album that everybody in the 70s discovered him. I remember the very day my dad came home with that album. He smoked a doob. Actually, I did too, and but not with him at that time. And yeah, we were like, we put it down, and it was like, of course, when it do you feel, that's when my dad and I were just like, holy shit. And actually, I think we did try to get tickets to go see him, but I don't think he was coming to Ottawa, like in, you know, the closest city, and there's no way we were going to travel to Toronto in those days. Like, fuck that. Anyways, let's shut up. I want to hear Peter sing, but I just thought I'd mention that. It's like really good to hear Peter's voice. Hey, Peter, if you ever hear this, man, good to hear your voice again, brother. You should make some albums with your voice and rock, because you're really good at it. Well, there you go. I mean, classic song from Clapton. I mean, the Doobies themselves just sounding great. Peter, out of this world, sounding great on his voice and his guitar. Uh, Geez, I didn't know Bonnie Bramlett had written this song with Eric Clapton. Well, that's kind of cool. All right. I think we have an album of Bonnie Bramlett's, don't we? I'll have to go through my dad's albums. But I'm sure I've seen the name. It'll come to me. Anyways, the only thing I don't like is the drumming on it. I find it too syncopated, not enough swing. And in the earlier versions of this song, like the originals, there's a lot more tom work and stuff. I've actually played this song with guys in a studio, not recording, just jamming around. And I was there. They were recording, but I went in and there was like a little break, and so drummer, I knew him. He says, "Yeah, go ahead," and Let It Rain. We started to play that, but I'm a lot more toms and cymbals on there. If you listen to I'm hearing the original version live, so yeah, you tend to use a lot more toms and stuff. But if you're not going to do that in the studio, then why do it, in the concert? Like, be a drummer, okay, and drum the way you feel to it. And that song deserves good drumming because it's a really good song. And this is one of those songs that, I mean, back in the day, it could have gone an entire side of one album, with the different guitar solos and, just jamming, like Grateful Dead kind of jamming. But, anyways, I love drumming on that one. So if I had one of those electronic drum sets here or something, I'd probably be sitting behind the fucking thing drumming right along with it, but putting my shit into it. So anyway, nothing against the guy personally. I've heard him live with the band, and I just find him not enough swing for Doobie Brothers. Doobie Brothers need a huge swing drummer. I don't know. I got to check who this guy is. I don't believe he's the original drummer. But anyway, I don't know him from Hole in the Ground, but I don't know. I would prefer different drumming. But other than that, I mean, they aced the song, right? Like, anybody that knows that song, I mean, yeah, that's perfect. Of course, their voices are perfect for the harmonies and everything. So anyway, I just thought I'd put that one up. We're doing a bunch tonight because I'm like way behind. And one of the people that comes and sees me on my Voice in the Wilderness was like, "How come you haven't done videos for a while?" And I'm like, I didn't think anybody really cared. So it's like, name is Abby. I got Abby, A-B-I. And Abby, I think it's Abby actually. And I got to answer him soon because he's paid attention. So he... I got to let him know what's going on. But I did put up a couple of videos, and that's when he said, "Oh, I didn't know what was going on with you." And I'm like, "Oh, I hadn't told him." It's like, fuck, I've been spending all my time here on Long Live Rock with you guys. So anyway, I thank you very, very much for coming, and I love your comments. And that I got some comments from another band, which I'm not going to say until I play their music, which we're going to do one of their songs tonight because I think they're an amazing band. They're brand new. They've only been around for a year and change, and they met somewhere, and that's all as much as I'm going to say, because if you haven't watched the first video I did of them, well, then you have no idea what I'm talking about, and you should go back and listen to their video once I do the next video and I tell you who it is, but you might figure it out. But I think we're already up to 30 some videos, so I'm seeing by the other reacting people, like, they do a lot, man. Of course, they have a lot more to draw on. Like, they've got like 60, 70 years of rock and roll. And, like a lot of them are doing like our rock and, kids that have like never heard. I just watched one yesterday where the lad is listening to... Lad and his girlfriend is listening to Baba O'Reilly from The Who, and you could tell her, she's like, "Whoa, I'm right into this." She just couldn't stop herself. Him, he was kind of a little more back, blah, 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 which is unusual because it's usually guys that respond huge to The Who, and the girls have always been kind of like, ask The Who that. They'll tell you, like, in their fan base is female, just not as much. But this girl, holy shit. You could just tell by her eyes when she's listening to it, like she's hearing all the different things that are in there. Anyways, glad we picked up a new Who fan in her. It's that couple, I can't think of their name right now, but I'll mention it there in the next Who one I do, because I think I might dedicate that to them because, like I said, her reactions were just so perfect. So anyway, listen, if you want to help me support the channel, there's links down in in the description, and if you want all my information, it's at the end of these videos, and you can get all that stuff there. All right, so hey man, it's the weekend. It's beautiful here in Eastern Ontario. The weather is just unreal, but we're supposed to get a shit ton of rain starting I don't know. It's only 8:30 p.m. right now. We're supposed to get a shitload of rain here in a few hours from that leftover Hurricane Pat. I think the one that kind of went over Mexico or something. So I always thought of Mexico, like especially northern Mexico, being very dry and everything. You'd think with rain would be good there, but somebody was saying on one of those van life channels that like when they get rain down there, of course the desert, there's nothing to hold the water, so it's just like torrents and everything. So that's a shame in a way, but I guess desert is desert. I'm not a desert person, and if I was doing van life, which I will be, the last place I'm going to is a desert. I'd rather stay in the cold here in Canada. I'll go to BC. Well, I'll be living in BC, but thanks. I'll have the rain and the ocean. Desert's not for this lad. No, 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 no. All right, everyone. Have a good weekend. Have a good night. And I'll find you some more good rock and roll. So long live rock.